In the rugged high Sierra Nevada of California, where altitudes exceed 8,000 feet and winter temperatures plummet well below freezing, lies one of the most demanding training environments on Earth, the Marine Corps Mountain Warfare Training Center in Bridgeport. Here, in March 2019, hundreds of Marines from 1st and 2nd Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division embarked on a grueling month-long exercise known as MTX-2-19. This wasn't just winter camping. This was deliberate, combat-focused preparation for the unforgiving realities of mountain and cold weather warfare. Today, as global flashpoints shift toward contested polar regions and mountainous borders, the ability to fight, survive, and win in these extreme conditions has never been more critical. The Marines don't train for comfort. They train to dominate the battlefield, no matter the terrain or the temperature. The roots of this expertise trace back to the frozen hell of the Korean War in the early 1950s, when U.S. forces, including Marines, faced Chinese troops pouring over mountainous terrain in sub-zero blizzards. It became painfully clear conventional forces needed specialized cold weather and mountain skills. In response, the Marine Corps established the Cold Weather Training Center, now the Mountain Warfare Training Center, right here in Bridgeport in 1951. What makes Bridgeport unique? No other Department of Defense location combines high altitude, deep snow, steep compartmentalized terrain, and sustained sub-freezing conditions year-round. It's the perfect proving ground. Marines don't just visit, they immerse. They learn that mountains aren't obstacles, they're domains to be mastered. Success in mountain warfare demands specialists. During MTX, Marines push toward elite qualifications. Scout skiers learn to move silently across deep powder for reconnaissance patrols. Assault climbers master vertical rock and ice faces, placing anchors under fire conditions. Mountain leaders plan complex operations across ridgelines and valleys. Then there are the support roles. Mountain medicine qualified Marines treat frostbite, altitude sickness, and trauma in austere environments. Mountain communications experts keep radios and satellites working when blizzards try to silence them. These aren't optional extras. Every battalion needs these assets to enable companies and platoons to maneuver effectively. The progression is intense. Basic snowshoe and ski mobility, avalanche awareness and rescue, cold weather survival, including building snow caves and improvised shelters, then tactical integration, raids, ambushes, and defensive positions, all while carrying heavy combat loads at altitude where every breath feels labored. Imagine waking at 400 in a snow cave you built yourself. The temperature inside hovers just above freezing thanks to body heat and a small stove, but outside it's minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit with wind chill pushing minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. You melt snow for water, check for frost nip on exposed skin, then shoulder your 100-plus pound ruck and move out. Whiteout conditions reduce visibility to meters. One wrong step on a steep slope, and you're sliding hundreds of feet. Altitude sickness can strike without warning. Headaches, nausea, disorientation. Yet the Marines press on. They practice casualty evacuation over treacherous terrain, using sleds and improvised litters. They conduct live-fire drills from skis, learning to transition from mobility platforms to fighting positions in seconds. Every evolution builds resilience. Marines learn that cold doesn't just affect the body, it dulls the mind. Decision-making slows. Fingers fumble weapons. The training forces them to fight both the enemy and the environment simultaneously. Why does this matter now? The strategic landscape has shifted. The Arctic is opening. New shipping routes, resources, and competition. Nations like Russia and China are expanding capabilities in polar and high-altitude zones. Mountainous regions remain perennial hotspots. Afghanistan, the Korean Peninsula, the Caucasus, the Indo-Pacific island chains with volcanic terrain. Peer adversaries train for these environments. Marines must be ready to deploy rapidly and operate effectively from day one. MTX isn't theoretical. It's the bridge between garrison life and real-world contingencies. Units leave Bridgeport with hardened leaders, proven tactics, and the confidence that comes from surviving and thriving where others would falter. Listen to the Marines themselves. One sergeant reflects, skiing with a full combat load changes everything. You learn balance, endurance, and how to keep your weapon ready while moving downhill at speed. A young corporal adds, building a snow shelter at 9,000 feet teaches you resourcefulness. When a storm hits, that shelter is your lifeline. A mountain leader instructor emphasizes, we don't make superhumans. We make Marines who refuse to quit because the mountain never quits on you. These aren't just words. Bonds forged and shared suffering translate to unbreakable trust on the battlefield. As MTX-2 to 19 concludes, these Marines return to their units transformed. They've skied miles, climbed cliffs, survived blizzards, and proven they can fight anywhere. The Mountain Warfare Training Center continues its mission, preparing the world's most adaptable force for the world's harshest battlefields. In the high mountains and frozen frontiers of tomorrow's conflicts, one truth remains constant. When conditions turn brutal, the Marines will be ready. Semper Fi. Produced in the spirit of honoring the dedication of America's Marines. For more on how the Corps prepares for every climb and place, visit marines.mil and this channel as well.